skiing down James Street. No cars, nothing moving. Drifts as high as your head.
The snow kept coming, the wind kept blowing, and the drifts kept piling up.
Hundreds of motorists were stranded. They took refuge wherever they could find it.
Right here, now we got about 40 people.
When the ice storm hit, hundreds of thousands without power or heat for days. No one denies the hardship.
I need somebody to turn to, you know? A word of help of some kind. I can't find anywhere to get a generator.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't look like much, but this is the center of Operation Homefront here at Hancock Air Base. This is the phone line where families call for information.
And welcome back to our 50th anniversary celebration. I'm Jackie Robinson.
I'm Don Lark. Over the past 5 decades, we've seen a lot of different weather hit central New York. We've also seen a lot of change in the way we've been able to do our forecasts. Laura Hand joins us once again with more on our weather history. Laura?
Don, as you say, if there's one thing we all talk about, it's the weather, good or bad. And you know, we can't really do too much to change it, but we know that a lot of people watch us here at NBC3 to see what the weather is going to be. So we've made it a point to make watching TV3 more worthwhile. It was at our 35th anniversary party back in February 1985 that staffers here got to meet the new meteorologist who joined us just a couple weeks before. Wayne made it real clear right away that he wanted to tackle the business end of weather. Weather the best. Wayne laughs when he sees the spot now, but until then, weather reports were an entertaining segment of the news.
That was the first step in the Syracuse market for upgrading the overall weather in central New York, you know, for all TV stations, not just 3.
And that was just the first step.
Don't go out in the cold before you call
No question we see lots of weather here, the big ones like the blizzard of '66 or more recently '93 or the Watertown ice storm. But while we talk about the big ones, it's actually other storms that have been more devastating, like the high winds and twisters that moved through in the spring of '98. The damage is so bad all around here that crews are going to be working right through the night. And of course, we all remember the Labor Day storm. A couple hours of high winds made for weeks of cleanup. And as we were helping people cope with the after effects, we also realized that our weather forecasting, dependent on government radar, was not good enough.
The trouble with the National Weather Service radars, particularly the radar that is sort of half run by the Air Force up in Montague, is that, frankly, 60% of the time it's down. It's not working.
And it was the Labor Day storm that set in motion the latest weather upgrades. Street-level mapping went on air in September, showing where localized weather hits. In November, we began the first stages of the triple Doppler network, bringing systems in Buffalo and Rochester directly into Syracuse weathercasting. And now the Syracuse Doppler system is going online.
We waited and waited and waited. We had the software, the front end of it for a long time, several months. But the biggest thing was the hardware, the actual getting the big golf ball, the 10-foot satellite dish or you know, the radar dish to come and be actually hoisted up on top of the 120-foot tower. And you know, we're all glad to see that happen.
Bottom line, we can't change the weather, but how the weather team does at warning you about it has just gotten a lot better. One man's mission, a real present to the community for our 50th anniversary.